Hi guys, welcome back to Econ Time with SK. So grab your notebooks, your favorite cup of coffee, and let's get started. So what exactly is comparative advantage? So comparative advantage here is we're saying that if producer 1 has lower opportunity cost compared to producer 2, then producer 1 we say has a comparative advantage in the production of good X. All right. So basically we're saying that for comparative advantage, so we're saying that to understand or determine who has comparative advantage, we must look at the opportunity cost. All right, because we're saying if producer 1 has a lower opportunity cost of producing good X compared to producer 2, then we can say, hey, you know what, guy 1's got a comparative advantage. So let's actually get into that. So in order to understand comparative advantage, we need to first calculate the opportunity cost. So how do we do that? Because you're starting off, let's just focus on the PPF. So we've got Fred's PPF here, and let's consider a move from A to B, right? So let's write that out. So let's say for Fred, let's consider his move from combination A to combination B. So basically, when he's moving from combination A to combination B, he's increasing his potato production. And the question we want to ask is, by how much does he decrease his lamb production? All right, so let's write that down. To increase potato production by how many ounce, right? So here it actually goes up by 16 ounce. Fred gives up how many ounces of lamb? He gives up 8 minus 4 is equals to 4 ounce of lamb. All right. Now we're going to use unitary method. I told you that's for the ease of comparing. So if you want to compare opportunity cost, how much each guy gives up, Fred versus Ron, you need to take it in terms of 1. So let's do that. So we're saying that to increase potato production by 1 ounce, Fred gives up, let's see, 4 divided by, you grab this number, this 16 ounce, 4 divided by 16. So that's 1 by 4. So that is 0.25 ounce of lamb. All right. So we're basically saying opportunity cost. So Fred's opportunity cost of producing 1 ounce of potatoes is 0.25 ounce of lamb. Okay. So if I were to create what I call the opportunity cost table, where I'm going to focus on what is the opportunity cost of 1 ounce of lamb for Fred versus Ron, and same for potatoes. So let's just fill in the gaps. Right? So I have found that opportunity cost of 1 ounce of potato is 0.25 ounce of lamb. All right. For shortcut, I'm just writing 0.25 lamb, but you understand it's 0.25 ounce of lamb. All right. So now what's left? I don't have the information for the rest of the table, but now I'm going to teach you a shortcut. Because for Fred, I have found this, how many lamb he has to give up to produce 1 potato. I'm going to teach you a shortcut of how to find this. Okay? And to do that, we're going to use something that I call the inverse rule or the inverse method. What am I going to do? So basically, you can actually directly say that Fred's opportunity cost of producing 1 ounce of lamb is equals to, just take this 0.25. So you're going to do 1 divided by 0.25. This is 4 ounce of potatoes. All right. So really what you're doing is, if I were to go to the opportunity cost table, let me just fix this now. This is the trick. So if I ask you to show the working, this is how you're going to be showing the working. You're going to do 1 divided by 0.25 is equals to 4 potatoes, right? Always write down, because opportunity cost means how much of one good you're giving to produce more of another good. So you need to tell me which good you're talking about, right? So to produce 1 more ounce of lamb here, you're giving up 4 ounces of potatoes. So you have to mention that. Okay, now let's do the same for Ron, right? So let's find out Ron's opportunity costs. And for that, again, as I said, as a beginner, it's great to just for us to focus on the PPF, right? We've got Ron's PPF here, and we're saying, hey, you know what? How about we have Ron moving from E to F? So let's say E to F, what are we seeing? That he is increasing his potato production. So, and by how much? Look at this, by this much, right? So he's increasing his potato production by 24 ounce, right? And in order to do that, the question we're asking is how much lamb does he give up? That's the question we're asking. So let's formally write that down. We're saying that to produce, let's actually do 48 minus 24, which is equals to 24 ounce of potatoes. Ron gives up, how much does he give up? This is how much he's giving up, right? So he's basically saying, well, 12 minus 0. So let's put that here. We're saying Ron gives up 12 minus 0, which is 12 ounce of lamb. So we are saying, again, take it in terms of 1, we're saying that to produce 1 ounce of potatoes, Ron gives up 12 divided by, just take this number as the denominator, right? So 0.5 ounce of lamb, which means the opportunity cost of 1 potato is 0.5 ounce of lamb. There's ounce of here too, but I'm just keeping it, easy for us to read. So now if I were to go back to this opportunity cost table of ours, now let me update it, right? So right now we found out to produce 1 potato, Ron gives up 0.5 ounce. All right, so we basically found this out. So we're saying to produce 1 potato, he gives up 0.5 ounce of lamb, right? Again, let's just use our shortcut now to fill up the last part. So we can say that this is going to be 1 divided by 0.5, which is going to be 2 potatoes. So we're basically saying that for Ron, when he wants to produce 1 more ounce of lamb, he has to give up 2 potatoes. All right, so we've got our opportunity cost table here.
So in the next video, we are going to look into how we can derive the comparative advantage by using this information on opportunity costs from the opportunity cost table.
All right, guys, I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.